Yo, what's going on? Quick video today. Didn't take any trades, but kind of want to talk about something. I just hopped back on the charts. I got off probably like 10 this morning. I've been doing some work for my other business since then. Um, but I wanted to cop on here and talk about something that I want to remember going forward because yesterday, as you know, we lost a trade. And let's look at the 5 minute. And yesterday my bias was, I don't remember. I think, what did I say? My bias was bullish, and I ended up trying to take a bearish trade and lost because I switched my bias. And I explained how that was okay. Um, but something I want to talk about today is why it's sometimes not okay. Yesterday, you know, I'm still learning. So, was it okay yesterday to switch my bias? If I had more confluences and I didn't just enter off of um a 1 minute bearish candle, then maybe that would have been acceptable. Today I kind of refrained from that. I could have done the same thing, but I stayed disciplined. Pretty proud of that, but I want to explain why that's also good. Today I came in with a bearish bias. Market opened right here. First two candles on NQ were bearish. We had these levels. So this level would have been, I don't really know. Oh, what's going on here? Where's this from? That's not even. All right, we'll forget about any of that. Basically, we had high time frame. High time frame bullish SMTs. So we had these two relative equal lows down here, and we had these lows down here. Now we swept. What was this? This was London low. This is where. So we swept. So we had this bullish SMT. We swept London low on ES. So we were bullish on, or we swept it on NQ. So we were bullish on ES. And we also swept. We also had this high time frame low, and we were also bullish on these. So we had bullish stuff. We had bullish whatever. Okay, so I was originally bearish because we high time frame bearish. As soon as we came on the 15 minute, we had a 15 minute well, that's 30 minute. We had a 15-minute gap right here that we respected, and we broke structure on the 15 minute. So if my bias is bearish because of the 1 hour and the 4 hour chart, if I get a 15-minute respected fair value gap or break of structure, I'm going to switch my bias. So at this point, we had the SMTs on ES. We came down. We swept these lows on NQ. Had this right here on ES. We had the order block right here. Came into that SMTs looking bullish. Created this 5-minute gap, and then at this point we swept this 1 hour high. We didn't. We came up, swept this 1 hour high, created this 5-minute gap. Came back down into this 5-minute gap. And now here's where I could have gone wrong. We came back into this 5-minute gap. This is where I was looking at the charts. I was thinking about targeting, this would have been kind of crazy, but definitely this level up here. Created this 1-minute gap. And this is where I could have gotten nervous. So I created this 1-minute gap, tapped back into it, started to break out of it. I wanted to break structure, came back down. We tapped, came down, tap, still respected it, came up, broke structure. But as we broke structure, we also created this next 1 minute gap. So I could have entered right here. And on a day where this is kind of what I wanted to talk about. I know none of that before that really made any sense, but on a day where my high time frame bias was aligned and I didn't have to switch my bias based off a 15-minute fair value gap or 15-minute break structure or whatever, on a day that both of those would have lined up, if my high time frame bias was bearish or bullish, I meant my high time frame bias was bullish, I would have entered off of this break of structure. Yes, we had the SMTs, but those SMTs were closed when we hit this 1 hour. Most of them, or the ones, a couple of them were ended when we hit this 1 hour key level right here. This is London High, 1 hour key level right here. So those were done. If my high time frame bias was bullish, I would have entered right here. Now, why didn't I? Well, one, because we are down on the week, and I wasn't looking to take a trade that wasn't super A plus like I knew that I was going to get. But we did create this 1 minute gap. If we had retraced into this gap and somehow gone back up, maybe I would have entered. But look what happened. I mean, we hit this is this chart at the time. We hit that 1 hour level. We never hit that, or no, that's a lie. We're up here on ES, and NQ is down here. NQ comes up. We sweep that level on ES. Then we hit it on NQ. NQ is both prices just start hovering. And NQ is kind of dangling on that line right there. Look, we had the same thing on that NQ that I could have. Again, I could have been thinking the price was going to come up here. ES hit it, and then NQ followed, and they hit it. I was like, okay, maybe it's going to do that. Wasn't really thinking about doing that because we also came back into the 5-minute fair value gap in respect to the 15-minute, but still those SMTs, and we were bullish or bearish bias. So, but exactly the same thing happened. We had what is this? I guess is this 5-minute? No, I guess that's nothing. Did we even have? I guess we had this gap right here. Yeah, we broke it down here. So this is where I could have entered, and I'm glad I didn't. We completely disrespected that 1 minute fair value gap on the next candle. So what I said, I got off the charts at 10:10. This is where I got off right here, right when this is broken at 10:08. And I'm glad I did, because my high time frame bias, 45 minutes later, now we're starting to be bullish. So again, really, really difficult trade conditions, specifically because of this war right now. But learning from yesterday and staying disciplined, this is something that I just wanted to make note of and remember this for the future, because it's all about connecting confluences, right? And I could have made an excuse. I connected a couple confluences, and we could have been wanting to go higher, but the fact that we created that other fair value gap right here, completely inversed it. That break of structure wasn't enough for me. Glad I didn't take the trade. Would have ended up losing. And yeah, the day when you don't lose and don't trade is better than a day where you trade and lose. So just wanted to make note of that. Appreciate you guys, and I'll be back.